So we are live here at Los Angeles Comic Con. We are the Real Short Box. I am here with Alyson Kipperman. Alyson, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Such a pleasure. Let's talk Power Rangers. First of all,
Okay.
Being the Yellow Ranger, if I'm correct, yeah? You were in which season of the Power Rangers were you a Yellow Ranger for?
Wild Force.
Wild Force.
That was the 10th season.
10th season.
Yeah, we're on our
Okay.
20th anniversary this year.
And you were telling me that you were pretty young. Well, you were in that age where you had just kind of aged out of Power Rangers when it first started, but then you obviously developed an appreciation for it because you were in it. You know, I would imagine so,
Oh,
right?
totally. I mean, and getting to know all the cast from all the previous seasons, I just love it even more now because I get to watch my friends playing Rangers too. So
Oh, that's so cool. How do you feel about being here? Like, I know they're doing like a pull-up competition next door. In case you're hearing all this loud noise, that is exactly what's happening.
this poor guy was. Those are hard. I think he got a few in.
He got like maybe 5. Yeah.
I can't do one.
Okay, I thought I could do more.
Uh-huh.
I had a friend here yesterday. He did 12, and I was like, I could do 13. And he's like, no, you can't. I was like, you want to bet?
Did you?
And so, like, I was bullying him the whole day, making fun of him. And then I went home and I did 5, and I just fell onto the floor and gave up. So,
Hey.
no, I can't.
They're hard.
Yes, they're super hard. So Power Rangers, you're here at LA Comic Con.
Yeah.
What do you think? Is it going well for you?
I mean, yeah, it's been really busy. So many lovely fans are coming up, fan/friends coming up, and we're talking about Power Rangers,
Nice.
and reminiscing.
That's always cool.
It's fun to be part of something that's so nostalgic
Yeah.
for people and see their eyes light up and them smile so big, just coming to meet us. So that just fills my heart.
It was like me when they brought back Ecto Cooler for like a moment. In my eye, I was, because it's that nostalgia. So I totally get it.
Totally, you feel like a little kid
Right.
again, right?
I mean, you're not an Ecto Cooler, but it's very similar, I feel. Like you see somebody that was a pivotal role or played a pivotal part in your childhood, in your development, in your Saturday morning or your
Yes.
afternoon time, with the repeats or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you're like, wow, there's this person here in person. I get to meet them, I get to talk to them. It's super cool. And I've seen you interact with your fans. I think you do such a good job.
Thank you.
They all, big smiles on their faces. They all
That's
walk
my
away.
job.
Yeah, they
That's
walk
my
away.
job. If you don't leave them smiling, I mean, what are you doing here?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
why are you here?
Have you ever gone to a convention and you see like a celebrity at a table, right? And they just look miserable. They just look miserable. I've seen it.
Being around for as long as I have, I try to have more empathy for people than I used to.
Yeah.
And sometimes people are having a bad day. Sometimes people are having, one of my friends here, his girlfriend was just in the ER till 6 a.m. He was there with her, and he's here this morning, and he's smiling. But
That's
he
tough,
could
yeah.
be showing it, and that's okay. He's a person.
Yeah.
You just can't take it out on the fans. So, but yes,
True.
I have seen them, and it's hard to smile for like 10 hours straight.
Yeah.
I try to do it.
Right.
Because if you smile, then you end up feeling better.
Uh-huh.
But sometimes my face starts to hurt a little bit. But
Did you see the movie Smile that just came out not too long ago, right?
No.
It's a horror film. Okay, so this is the premise.
oh, I
of it.
don't. That's probably why I don't like horror
That's probably
films.
why you didn't know. It's a
Give me
horror
nightmares.
film about like it just creates like it basically makes the person insane and they just smile like the whole time like they're the Joker or something, right? And so they did this grassroots campaign for like advertising, which was genius, by the way. They had girls go out to baseball games and stand behind the pitcher So they basically, I think it was Paramount or Universal, I can't remember which. They paid for these women to sit there, and then they would stand up when they knew the camera was going to be on them, and they just stood there smiling the whole time. And the shirt would say "smile," and it had the like hashtag on the back and stuff.
Interesting.
And it was great because every time you looked at the catcher, every time you would look at the catcher, you would see in the background, you would see the girl just standing there like that.
Super creepy.
Super creepy.
It's like a clown.
Yeah, so you're not going to go see it.
I'm not paying money to see that. No.
You're not seeing it.
No. There
Right.
is a movie that I really want to see though.
What's that?
It's called Cocaine Bear.
Oh yes, I just saw the trailer for that.
It looks hysterical. Yeah, so I was sent the trailer.
Yeah.
And I was just like, is this like a joke? Is this a real trailer? But
Right.
Elizabeth Banks directed it.
Oh wow, really?
Well, that's what I was told.
Okay.
I'm sorry
Okay.
if I'm wrong, Elizabeth.
All right.
But
That sounds awesome, though.
It looks so hysterical to me. So that I would pay to see, even though it's sort of horror because he
It's kind
looks
of
like
a-
he's massacring
Right.
people. It's done in a funny
it's like
way.
A
I don't know.
blase, like tongue-in-cheek kind of a horror thing.
Yeah.
It's basically this bear. They like some guy drops a bunch of cocaine from a plane because they're probably going to get boarded or something from the feds.
Yeah.
And it lands in the woods, and a bear does a
He eats
whole
it.
bunch of cocaine.
Yeah, he eats it.
And then gets bonkers crazy.
Yeah, and like goes around.
Right, and it's
Killing
inspired
people.
by a true story where
It is
a bear.
not. It
yes,
is?
yes.
No.
Yeah, where a bear
Oh.
did a bunch of cocaine and then went on a rampage.
Poor thing.
I know, right? This is terrible. These poor bears. These poor
Wow.
cocaine bears. Now they're addicted to cocaine. I wouldn't. So now that we're talking about that, this is an easy segue.
Okay.
Dream project for you. Do you have one?
To be in the sequel of
Cocaine
Cocaine
Bear
Bear.
2.
Sorry, dream project. I've been waiting to actually shoot one of my dream projects. I've been waiting for a long time.
Uh-huh.
It's a part that is the wackiest, most fun part I'm hoping to ever play. So
Okay.
she's like a cross between Lucille Ball, and I Love Lucy, and a very scary person.
I love Lucille
She's
Ball.
multi-layered. I'd be playing Death, so Death
Really?
is multi-layered. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it would be the biggest role I've ever had. So just waiting to shoot that maybe next year. Yeah,
Yeah.
COVID then pushed it even more. I've been waiting for
Right.
years. This director, who I actually did a film with in 2008, Quentin Tarantino, was the executive producer on it, and the Weinsteins produced it.
Uh-huh.
That was also why we haven't made it.
Yeah, you got to wait a little bit.
I mean, that's also
I get it. Yeah.
put a little damper on it.
Right.
We all know why.
Yeah.
But that's
Well,
one of my dream projects. And really, if I could have a show like the Tracy Ullman show, comedy is my favorite thing.
yeah.
I do lots of voices. I'm like a super silly, dorky person.
Uh-huh.
I talk to all my animals, and each has a different voice, and I like
Right.
sing them all like songs.
Oh, okay.
I'm a total dork. So, so to be able to get up each day and be silly and do comedy, that's like
That's
that.
like the dream, right?
That is my dream.
I get that.
100%.
I always say, like we went around for Thanksgiving and they were like, "What are you thankful for?" And I'm like, that I'm still laughing.
Oh,
That, like,
I like that.
No matter what's happened to me in life and stuff,
Yeah.
I'm still finding a way to always have humor. And I think it's super important.
So healthy and
Yes,
so sane.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Keeps you young. It really does.
You can choose how you respond to a certain degree
Uh-huh.
to life. I'm actually really working on that right now. Sort of being more in control of how I react to life's challenges.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to evolve
I've
a little bit.
I think that's like a work in progress for a lot of people throughout their life. So
Well, you would hope.
don't ever get disappointed in yourself if you don't hit that number or that level that you thought you needed to be at by a
Thank
certain
you.
date. Don't do that. Yeah.
Well, I'm not, because then I would constantly be disappointed.
Right. Yeah. I like to do. I'll write down on like a little Post-it, like just daily little tasks that I can complete, that I can just mark
nice.
off, and it just makes me feel. It makes me look at my day, and normally I would just say, oh, I've done nothing today. But then if you write down all these little tasks and you mark them off as you complete them, and you look and you've got like 10 done or 5 or whatever, you're like, wow, I actually did do more than I thought, which works. You know, it's really nice. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel like even when you're not doing much, that you feel like you're not doing much, you're doing much more than you thought, which is important, I think.
Thank you for the tip.
Yeah, that's
like
my
it.
daily life affirmation. This is what I do. No, it's really not.
We got to listen. He's got some good tips.
So I have 2 questions to kind of close this out here for you.
I'll see if I can handle them.
They're super simple, but really random.
Random? Oh, I like random.
You're gonna be like, why?
Okay.
Okay. So if you had to choose to be a Disney villain, who would it be? And it doesn't necessarily have to mean like for an acting role, just like in real life. If you were that character, who would you want to be?
A Disney villain.
Yeah.
The first character that came to mind was in Snow White.
Snow White.
Her stepmother.
Oh,
the queen.
Was it the witch? The witch? Or the
Yeah, but like she turns into the witch and she gives her the
the
apple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's kind of interesting. I mean,
I'm not going to take
that's the
any
first
apples
one.
from you.
Don't.
Come over with an apple, I'm not eating it.
Don't take my food.
Yeah. So
I'm like blanking on
no, that's a good one
characters, but like that's the first one that came
She's
to
very
mind.
regal. She looks super cool. She's like what? Snow White was the first big Disney animated film, if I recall.
That's probably why it came to mind, because I was a little girl and watched it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have one that's more
it's okay.
interesting.
Mine is Maleficent.
Yeah.
Like, she's my all-time favorite. Sleeping Beauty is my favorite Disney film of
it
all
is?
time.
Oh.
I went to a really weird story. I went to alone to the El Cap in Hollywood. And El Capitan is a movie theater there.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yes, it's beautiful. And they were doing Sleeping Beauty, but they were playing it like it was like a weekday afternoon.
Random.
I didn't have anything to do, so I was like, I'm going to go to this.
Yeah.
So I just went by myself. And this is why I don't go to movies by myself. I went by myself, and I'm sitting there, and I didn't realize that like there was like somebody had made a princess party for all these little girls, and they all brought them to the theater, right?
Oh no.
But the reason why they did that was it was princess themed for the show, and glitter fell from the ceiling, and like one of the princesses came on the stage and was tapping her wand, and oh, you good little girls, and
they must have loved that. You're like, I'm here by myself.
I looked like a super creep. It was like totally embarrassing until the lights went down, and then I was fine.
Did you enjoy it?
Watched the film. Yeah, I loved it. It was great.
It was probably very magical for those little kids.
Seeing it on the big screen, for the
I've
first
never
time.
seen it on the big screen. That sounds amazing.
Have you seen Snow White on the big screen?
I've seen none of them on the big screen.
Okay.
I have more living to do, obviously.
Right. Yeah, they'll release them, and you can catch them, I'm sure.
I just have to keep my eyes open.
Okay, so we got the villain.
All right.
Now we have to flip it. Hero. Disney hero.
Ooh.
Could be any hero.
There's
you could be
many.
Sebastian from The Little Mermaid if you wanted to be.
Oh. Oh my gosh. my brain is not working
today.
today.
This is why I just threw it at
Yesterday
you.
was really busy here, so
yeah, it really
I'm like
was.
sort of like a zombie
It was
today.
kinda crazy.
Oh no, I don't know. I love so many of them.
Well, it doesn't have to be the ultimate one. You can always come back later and be like, it was this one. We're not going to hold you accountable for this.
I feel like I'm like going to get an F on this. Like, people are like, she can't even think of someone.
No,
These
you're
were,
thinking of
I
too
didn't
many.
know that I was going to be asked these questions.
It's
so
true.
I'm sorry, you guys.
I made this list.
There are so many. What are yours?
One of my favorite heroes.
Yeah.
I would say probably Genie from Aladdin. I just
Aw.
love Robin Williams' portrayal. I thought he did a great job.
I
All the
love
music-
Robin Williams.
Yeah, me too.
What a
It's so sad.
magical human.
Yeah, yeah, and that's another thing. Like you see somebody and they're always bringing joy and laughter.
Yes.
And then they weren't allowing it in. You know.
Yeah, he was also sick.
Right.
So
yeah.
it's not fun being in a sick
No.
body,
No, not at all.
especially one that's not going to get better. So,
Yeah, very
but
true.
he's hopefully watching us all and enjoying wherever he is.
Right. Laughing and
Yeah.
enjoying himself.
He
Yes.
deserves it.
Right. Absolutely.
He deserves
Absolutely.
it. I'm so sorry to let you down and
It's
not
okay.
be able
It's
to
okay.
answer your questions
It's-
better. I
it's
think I need some
fine.
more coffee.
Yeah, yeah. We're
Sorry.
gonna get her some coffee, guys.
Get that girl some coffee.
Alyson, this
She
has
can-
been great.
So nice.
Thank you so much for
It's been
being here. I
fun.
really appreciate it. I just want to say it was an absolute pleasure.
For me as well. Thank you.
If you guys ever get a chance, you do the convention circuits some of the time.
Yeah, I have quite a few cons that have just reached out in the past month about next year. So
Okay. So
I don't know if I'm going to be living in another country next year, but I
Oh.
will for a while.
okay.
I need to have some more adventures.
Yes.
But I will come back over to the States if this happens, and I will do the cons. So
That sounds
yes,
good to me.
because I will miss everybody if I don't.
Yes.
So
So when she's appearing, check her out. Follow her. What's your Instagram?
I know it's very long, but since I've been acting for 36 years, I use my maiden name, which is Kipperman, but it's Alyson Kipperman Sullivan. It's really long, I know. Yeah,
Irish.
I've been Sullivan for 16 years.
Yeah. Yeah. The
So-
Sullivans in my family too.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
It's a
We're all
good
over.
name. It's
Yeah.
a good name.
It's a strong name.
Yes,
Yes.
strong.
Strong.
I'm a
Irish
strong
name.
woman who can't
It's a
think of any
strong
Disney
Irish
characters.
name. Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's fine. You did really well with the
Well, I
film,
might
and
move
feel
to
like you
Ireland,
knocked
so-
it out of the park.
Yeah.
Oh man, moving to Ireland is a dream.
We'll see. We'll
But,
see.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you guys.
Happy holidays.
Follow us on Instagram, on YouTube. We're the Real Short Box. Take care.
Bye, guys.